Cancer, what's happening, what's crack-a-lacking, and what's poppin', baby? It's your boy, for CancerMoonsTarot, coming at you guys with your June 15th through the 30th tarot reading. I hope you guys are well. If so, let me know down in those comments down below. Keep in mind, this reading is general. If it resonates, that's awesome. If not, it's not your message. Feel free to check out any other amazing tarot readers that we got here on YouTube, okay? These messages may resonate backwards or vice versa, so take them how they resonate if they apply to your particular situation. If you guys would like, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is all linked down below, and you guys can also check out my sister and her boyfriend's YouTube channel. That is the first link in the description if you guys want to take a look into my family's life. Nonetheless, Cancer, as we're moving into the mid-months, we're getting closer and closer to your birthday. My birthday's actually coming up, June 22nd. And today, as I'm recording this, it's June 1st, so we're super close, which is very, very awesome. Wishing my Cancers a happy early birthday as we're moving into the mid-months. Nonetheless, though, thank you guys so much for watching, supporting, and showing so much love. And let's take a look and see what we got going on this month. Ooh, we can be connecting with a Libra, possibly, Cancer. If you're not dealing with a Libra, you may be dealing with a Taurus as well. I do see in the month of June, or at least moving into the mid-month period, a lot of you guys are taking care of yourself when it comes towards your mental and physical health, okay? Which, excuse me, I think is something that is very important. So I'm glad to see that a lot of you guys are taking care of yourselves. Excuse me again. Jeez, what is going on? Nonetheless, though, we do have some stuff happening. So on June 2nd, we do have Mercury pre-shadow happening, Mercury Retrograde in its pre-shadow form, which is going to be in our zodiac. It's going to be in Cancer. And moving on to June 18th, we do have Mercury going into retrograde in Cancer officially. So June 18th, Mercury moves out of pre-shadow, moves into retrograde in the zodiac sign of Cancer. So we do have Mercury retrogrades currently occurring, and all those other retrogrades that we discussed and talked about previously are still going to be in retrograde as well. All right, so let's see how we're going to be affected and see what we got going on, okay? Messages for Cancer here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout June 2020. What messages do we got coming through for Cancer? June mid-month, please. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout June 15th through the 30th. What is going on for the mid-months, baby? Messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout June 15th through the 30th. All right, Cancer. Let's go ahead and see what we got going on, man. Hopefully we got some awesome stuff. Cancer, the overall energy for you guys here is the Six of Swords. So you can be connecting possibly here with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You also may be dealing with a fellow water sign. Your current energy, Cancer, is the High Priestess. The person you're dealing with here is the Page of Swords, and the outcome that's present here is the Strength card. So you may be dealing with a Leo, a Pisces. You also could be connecting once again with an air sign. From the energies that I'm seeing coming up during this mid-month, it does feel to me that a lot of you guys are taking time out to go within. I do feel a lot of you personally really thinking about a lot of shit. And you know, Cancer, when you're in your head thinking about a lot, but you're not really telling anybody what you're thinking about because you keep everything to yourself. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but that's what I feel is kind of happening moving into the mid-month of June. There's a lot going on in your mind, and you're thinking things over carefully, and you're observing people, and you're observing things that's going on in your personal life, and you're just overall spending a lot of time with yourself and your thoughts. And it's not a bad thing. This is not what overthinking is called or represented as. This is observation and overall thinking things through, thinking things over, taking a look at your life and what areas need forward movement and what areas need your attention. So I feel here that you're very focused moving into the mid-month, and it's looking pretty good. Now, in regards to who you're dealing with here, we do have a Page of Swords, okay? So once again, could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your life. Whoever this Page of Swords is, this is kind of the energy where people are trying to pry you open. So be really mindful moving into the mid-month of June of people trying to pry you open. Almost as if it's like, you're going through your own shit, you're vibing, you're doing you, and it's like, people are like, what's wrong, Cancer? What's wrong? I need to know what's wrong. I need to know what you're thinking about, what's going on. Like, this is people who are heckling you with answers because they want to know what's going on with you. But truth be told, you're fine. You're chilling. You got the Strength card here. You're just taking a step back and taking some time out for yourself. So I am feeling the energy where some people are concerned about you moving into the mid-month of June, and they're concerned where their concern shouldn't be. You're doing your own thing. You're thinking, you're taking time out for yourself, you're vibing, and you're doing what you got to do to take care of yourself. When a Cancer's in their head, it's not always a bad thing. Sometimes we're just taking a rest. Point blank, period. We got here the Seven of Swords. And when people see you taking a rest, people tend to think that you are having an emotional time. They tend to think that you're having a breakdown. They tend to think that, you know, you need somebody else's assistance and somebody else's help. When I say water signs are so misinterpreted, they are. And specifically, Cancers are, Scorpios are, Pisces are. Water signs tend to be misunderstood because people only think in two terms. They think you're either sad or you're happy. They don't see in the middle. That's unfortunate, right? But it's true. People are like, this person's either sad or they're happy. They never see what's going on in the middle. Cancer, you're not sad, nor are you incredibly happy. Right now, you are just taking a look at your life from a neutral standpoint, observing it, and fixing what needs to be fixed. And people have to appreciate that kind of self-care. But people think in small terms. They don't think big enough. Are you sad or are you happy? That's the term that's coming off this person's energy. So what I'm going to do here, Cancer, is I'm going to go over the person you're dealing with. I'm going to see what their deal is over here. I'll take a look at how they feel towards you, what's going on with them throughout the second half of June. Then I'm going to take a look at you, what's going on with you throughout the second half of June, how you feel about this individual. We'll see where energies are aligning, and then we'll see the outcome, okay? Now, in regards to who Cancer is dealing with, how does this person feel towards Cancer, and what is going on with this individual throughout June 15th through the 30th, please? How does the person that Cancer is dealing with feel towards Cancer, and what is going on with this person throughout June 15th through the 30th? Let's take a look. First card out, we got here Three of Swords. We got here the Justice. We got here the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the Six of Cups, and then the Ace of Wands. I'm feeling something interesting, Cancer. You know, have you ever been on Twitter or some sort of social media platform? And have you ever just tweeted something random, something that was on your mind, and someone goes, why do I feel like you're subbing me? Why do I feel like you're subtweeting me? Why do I feel like you're talking about me in that tweet? And you weren't talking about that person at all. And you're like, well, I wasn't talking about you, but you're clearly guilty of something to think that my tweet applied to you when it didn't in the first place. This is kind of the energy that I feel coming off of the person you're dealing with. It feels to me that the person you're dealing with right now is in a place of projection. Three of Swords and the Justice card. Whoever this is you're dealing with, Cancer, it kind of feels to me that, like, they feel, because you're going through your own thing, that you have something against them. And that is not the case. So what is this person guilty of? Now, I hope that makes sense, but that's kind of the vibe that I'm feeling coming through. If I could call this person anything, they'd be called a subtweet. And I feel whoever you're dealing with here right now, someone here is feeling hostility between the two of you moving in the second half of June. They feel guilt. They're like, what did I do wrong? Why does Cancer not talk to me? All this stuff. And Cancer, you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Where the fuck is this going or coming from? I'm just living my life right now. Now, this is where things get interesting. Mercury is in retrograde. And what is Mercury? Mercury is the planet of communications. And of course, when Mercury is in retrograde, communication could be misinterpreted. So there could be miscommunication. So this person over here is picking up on a miscommunication. They're projecting their own guilt for something that they have done that may have been negative against you. And they truly now believe that you are mad at them or you have something against them or this, that, and the third. This individual right now is living in a lot of guilt. Not too sure what that guilt is correlating to, but I'm feeling this energy happening for you, Cancers. And you're like, what the fuck, man? Like, I'm not talking to you. I am, like, doing my own thing. I have nothing against this person. Why the fuck do they think that everything's about them? You know, that's what I'm feeling. And you may not just experience this with one person, Cancer. You, may experience this with multiple people moving into our birth season, moving into the second half of June. You might. And it's unfortunate because Mercury, with the planets of communication and with all this miscommunication coming up with the retrograde, it sucks because it's like, I feel like you right now, Cancer, as the High Priestess, are really trying to gain perspective onto your life. I feel like you're really putting in a lot of work right now to better your life and to really heal from experiences that you need to get through. You know, spending time with yourself, Cancer, is something that's very valuable and beneficial. And I know that you're enjoying it in the second half of June. And other people are taking that as, oh, well, you're not doing anything for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, the other people that you're dealing with, Cancer, are taking it as if you're choosing to distance away from them and as if you're choosing to ignore them. But really, you're on top of your own shit. And you're not making it out to be anything else than just that. You're just taking care of yourself. And people over here, they feel personally attacked by this. They feel that you are somehow mad at them and angry at them, but they're just projecting their guilt for shit they've done to you in the past. We got here Ten of Swords, and we got here Knight of Swords. Whoever you're connecting with here, Cancer, they may have left you in the past. They may have ended whatever kind of connection you have, whether it was a relationship, whether it was a friendship, okay? And they may have abandoned you in the past. So this doesn't matter, whatever connection this is, it is, whether this is your family, your friends, your lover. Someone here had distanced themselves from you in the past, and now it's almost as if they feel that you're choosing to distance yourself from them because of what they've done. So we also have to recognize too, Saturn's currently in retrograde, and that's the planet of karma. So whoever you're dealing with, Cancer, they're feeling guilt for their past mistakes that they've done to you, but ultimately your focus is not on them, your focus is on yourself. So there's a lot of miscommunications here, there's a lot of misinterpretations here, and throughout the month, this is unneeded drama. And I'm gonna give that to you straight. It's unneeded drama, Cancer, that you don't need to involve yourself in, okay? So I wanna point that out here for you. Now, going into your energy, let's take a look and see what's happening. How does Cancer feel towards the person they're dealing with, and what is going on with Cancer throughout June 15th through the 30th? Let's take a look. First card out is the Lovers, okay? In regards to how you feel about the person you're dealing with, you got here the Lovers card, and you got here the Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. In your past, you really cared for whoever this person was, and I'm pretty sure they hurt you when they originally walked away from you and left you, whoever this individual is. But Cancer, you've done so much healing, and that's what I'm feeling right here. You've done so much healing that everything that's happened in your past is totally fucking irrelevant to you right now, and it's not where your focus is at in June. It's not where your focus is at in the mid-month. It's just not. It's like, yo, I've done so much healing. I have literally burned all my bridges. I have let go of everything that doesn't need to serve in my life anymore. And Cancer is like, I've let go of this situation. Yes, in the past, the person you're dealing with may have abandoned you. They may have walked out of your life. There may have been some sort of hostility and beef there, sure. But ultimately right now, you had let that bridge burn. You don't give a fuck about it, and you're not paying attention to it. So in your current feelings here, your energy is pretty neutral to whoever you're dealing with. It's not like you dislike them nor like them. You're just kind of really focused, once again, on top of your shit. You're grounded. You're focused on what you got to take care of when it comes towards your family, your career and finances. You're really focused right now during this time on your mental health and how you're improving that and how you're prioritizing your own happiness. You're really prioritizing your life here because you want to live a life of success. Got here Six of Wands, and then we got here the World card. You know, Cancer, I think you've recognized that in your past you've wasted so much time on negativity and on being an emotional sponge to other people's bullshit that it's not something that you want to do any longer. I feel like you've came to that awareness. It's like, I've spent so much time focusing on other people's negativity that they brought to me, focusing on the drama that I've been included in other people's lives. And unfortunately, sometimes, not to say Cancer, not to say you were looking for drama, because you weren't, but unfortunately, Cancers can get looped into drama just because they are that empathic and that emotional. So nonetheless, your main stance here, Cancer, is I'm living a whole new life. I'm not including myself in drama, in negativity, in pointless shit that is not focused in the evolution of my own growth. You are only focused on your growth. So that's the cycle you are in right now. Literally focusing on nothing but solely your own personal growth, your own personal success. Feeling damn good about that. I like that you're staying focused on what you gotta do, okay? When I took a look at your reading originally for June, this was the same energy coming up. Focused on yourself, focused on your business. Okay? You got here Three of Wands, you got here King of Swords, and you got here Three of Cups. And even if you have to distance yourself from other individuals to take care of yourself, that is something that's worth doing. That's a boundary that's worth setting up. So far from what I'm seeing, Cancer, moving into June, you're not taking anything personally, and you're not trying to make anybody take you personally. You are just focusing on you. You are just thinking of how to work forward and get to a better successful place, how to prioritize yourself and your happiness, and you are observing better ways to live life rather than the life you used to live. You're really trying to change that structure. And the way you used to live your life in the past will not be the same way in the future or in, the up and coming months. You're changing, okay? And that change you're going through is rather beautiful because you're allowing yourself for a much more happier and peaceful life. And it feels to me that people are taking it personally. They're like, okay, is Cancer mad at me? Is Cancer sad? What's going on with them? Did I do something wrong? And it's like, you try to explain to them that no, nothing's wrong. I'm just, focusing on myself. And then they find a way to make your growth all about them. Cancer, if you're dealing with people like this, these are people that are put in place to stunt your growth. These are people that are put in place to distract you from growing so that you can come on back and, make them feel better, make them feel less guilty, make them feel good. They're trying to loop you back into that cycle. And I don't think it's worth it. I don't. And this reading can definitely, I hope that the message I'm pointing out is coming across clear. I don't know if it is, Mercury retrograde's coming, messages can be misinterpreted, but at least I know what I'm saying to myself because I feel like this may become relevant for me. I don't know. I've experienced shit like this before. And I don't want other Cancers going through this. I want you to know your growth right now is important. And for anybody that tries to stop you from growing, or anybody who tries to loop you back into being the caretaker, being the mother, being everybody's fucking parent, that's not worth it. That's not worth it. You are your own mother and father. You are your own parent. You are your own person. That's it. Focus on yourself and keep it going. Don't let other people try to, suck you back into that cycle. That's what she said. That isn't necessarily worth it. All right? So getting back into a little bit of describing more about this person, like I said, whoever you're dealing with, I feel like they deceived you in the past. You guys buried the hatchet, and that was that. Now in June, as you are just focusing on yourself and doing your own thing, this person starts to feel some type of way. They start to feel, well, Cancer is not really talking to me. Cancer is not really hanging out with me or responding to my messages or all this types of stuff. And then they start thinking to themselves, is Cancer mad at me? Are they mad at me? Let's go check their Twitter. Let's go check their social media. And then they see you putting your own feelings out on social media, and then they're like, oh my god, are they subtweeting me? Or is that post that Cancer put up talking about me and all this other crap? And it's like, no, it's not, but this is what this person thinks. So I feel like whoever you're dealing with right here, Cancer, is coming from the position where they have guilt for what they did to you in the past, so they're trying to make your growth all about them. They're trying to kind of twist the situation in their own mind or misinterpret it in their own mind, and now they're upset. It's just not a situation worth involving yourself in, Cancer. If this person, and here's my best advice, whether, it's your life, do what you want, but if this person ends up messaging you like, hey, are you mad at me? Or, hey, what's going on with you? I haven't talked to you in a while. Just be honest with them and be like, I'm doing my own thing, right? I've been observing life right now. I've been, in a place of self-care, taking care of myself, really prioritizing myself and my happiness. Just send them that simple message, Cancer. And if this person still doesn't understand and they still try to feel some type of way, like you are targeting them and you're pissed at them and all this kind of crap that is completely irrelevant, if they still feel that way, then that is a person that you don't need to give a fuck about. And I'm going to put it as blunt as possible, man. That is the type of person you don't need to give a flying fuck about. Because at the end of the day, they're going to keep on feeling some type of way, and they're going to keep on getting your energy and draining it till you got none, till you're back at square one, and all that growth you were putting in for yourself, deplete it to zero. So that's just my best advice. If they don't get it, if they don't take the hint, and keep in mind, you don't need to say shit. If this person ends up hitting you up, then my best advice for you is to let them know what you're going through right now, let them know what you're doing, and that's just that, and be like, yeah, I'm not mad at you. But if they keep it going, ignore it, drop the drama, and keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Okay? Because essentially, if this person keeps it going, Cancer, where they think that you're mad at them and like you're this and you're that, they ultimately manifested and created you being mad at them in the end. Because chances are you'll probably be annoyed with them. Just saying, man. So I do feel moving into the second half of June, there are these instances of potential drama being manifested. There are these instances, Cancer, of a lot of misinterpretations coming to the forefront. And there are things that you don't need to be involved in because they are kind of going to definitely distract you from what you're focused on right now, which is your growth, your evolution, not being the person you were before, but really inviting in happiness, prioritizing true positivity and happiness, and really trying to work to bring your life to a successful place. Like, that's where your focus is, and that's good, okay? Now, in regards to where energies are aligning between you and the person you're dealing with, Cancer, let's take a look here. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, throughout June 15th to the 30th, where energies aligning. We got here Two of Cups, we got here Knights of Pentacles, and we got here Eight of Swords. So, moving into where energies are aligning, Cancer, the person that you're dealing with is trying to get on the same page with you, but ultimately, I feel like they're just going to continue to overthink this scenario. So as I mentioned previously, I do feel like the person you're dealing with, they feel some type of way. They're going to continue feeling some type of way, possibly despite of what you say. Let them feel however they feel. Keep in mind right now that your stability and your connection to yourself and your evolution is what's most important. Not this person who's kind of going in a period of overthinking rather than a period of observation, which you're in. Okay, as for the outcome between the two of you, let's take a look here. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. You're at June 15th to the 30th. What is the overall outcome between Cancer and this person? We got here Four of Wands, and we got here Seven of Cups. You're going to continue being in a position of living your new life. Because the Four of Wands talks about a new door that you've opened, and that new door you've opened was this new cycle. The World card and the Six of Wands. Success, no longer being the person you used to be, becoming a new person and a person that you're proud of, and just ultimately working and developing yourself. So you're continuing to stay in that energy. And the person you're dealing with over here, Seven of Cups, they're going to continue to float through these energies, not knowing how to combat them. You know what looks really good, Cancer? Throughout the second half, you seem to be very grounded throughout this Mercury retrograde. King of Pentacles. You seem to be very grounded when it comes towards your attitude, your energy, and the way you're observing things. Emotionally as well. You seem very firm, very chill, very calm. It's looking very good on your end. But the person you're dealing with over here, they're not going to know how to react to these energies. So there may be problems here with you, but they won't last that long. The problems that they had with you, or allegedly problems because they never really existed, are going to happen with other people. So whoever you're dealing with really has their own cycle of shit that they need to go through. And they're going to go through it with more than just you. But I needed this message to come through because I needed to let you guys know, like, this is a person that will come on your path and they will try to distract you from where you're going. Do not let them. Be civil as much as you can. You know, try to avoid that confrontation because as a Cancer, we don't always want to confrontate when we're vibing. You know, let the person know if they ask you that you're just doing your own thing and, you know, I'm not mad at you, blah, blah, blah. But if this person keeps going, cut them the fuck off. Cut them the fuck off. This is a person who's going to try to distract you from your growth. And that ain't worth it, Cancer. You're doing very well, and I'm very happy, and I'm very proud for you. You know? They got a whole bunch of shit they got to go through. Let them. Let them go through it. Because I'm sorry to say it, but who's more important? It's you. It's you. So nonetheless, Cancer, I really hope this message resonates and helps with somebody. You know, if it doesn't resonate to you, it's not your message, of course. Give it some time to resonate, though, because we're not even really in the June mid-month yet, so see what happens. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I really do apologize if I came off harsh at all in this reading, or if I came off, like, you know, some type of way. I just feel like this is something that needed to be talked about, and I feel like you needed to be validated, Cancer. Because sometimes people have a really good way of trying to make us seem so invalid to the point where we believe it ourselves. And I need you Cancers to know that If this is your story, you're validated. You're correct in what you're doing. Because sometimes people have a really, really good hold over us to make us feel like everything that we believe in is invalid. Sometimes people can do that, and I need you to know that you're validated, okay? Much love to all my Cancer people. I hope you guys have a fantastic birthday, as it's coming up quite shortly, moving into the second half of the month. And yeah, man, I will see you guys in July 2020. Let me know if you're confused down in the comments. I'll be sure to talk to you and try to clarify things as best as I can. And remember, if it doesn't resonate and it's not your story, better luck next time. Not everything can apply all the time, okay? I love you guys. Have an awesome rest of your day and have an awesome rest of your June. Much love, everybody. Peace.